What is up, everyone? This is Too Slow, aka Seabass, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit interesting. So I am sick and tired of this reservoir. I don't like it. It looks ugly. It looks unappealing. Like you have this appealing engine bay, but then you have this old looking power steering reservoir. So what is my solution to it? So I went on eBay and I found this. It's a Weapon R reservoir for a Scion TC. So if you didn't know, the Scion TC has the same mounting bracket as the Celica 6 gen. So I decided to replace that or this with that one, but there's a couple of issues. One, instead of it pointing backwards, it's pointing out towards the engine. Second issue is this is pointing downwards. Unlike the other one, it's pointing towards the engine. So already two issues. Sorry, my hand's full of ATF. I was cleaning out the reservoir with my pump from work and I unplugged the hose so I could squeeze the hose in there, and pretty much you can suck the fluid out of it without any air. You don't need compressed air or nothing. You don't need no shop air because it'll just do it by itself. Look at that. Great tool. I'll put the link in the description on where you can get that from Amazon. But anyways, I'm gonna clear out all the ATF from the system, clean up the little mess I did right here, and then go from there. So I already took off the other power steering line from the reservoir. Where's the reservoir at? Reservoir's right here. Reservoir's right here. So what I'm gonna actually do, I'm actually going to make it go through here. So what I'm gonna do is basically make a hole right here. Make a hole right here, and we're gonna send it up here. And we're gonna put some thread rivets, put rubber clamps all along right here, all along the edge. And then we're gonna make it come out through here, through this hole. And then we're gonna make it connect right here to this port. So then this is the one that goes to the pump. We're gonna basically make it come out this way. We're gonna put this right here and basically run the line originally where it was at. So the only reason I kind of want to eliminate this one from running over here is because there's not enough space to run two lines. There really isn't. You can see how this one over here, let me see if I can find it. It was actually starting to rub. The belt was starting to rub on it. So man, it's actually good that I didn't let it get too far, because it probably could have ripped and all the power steering fluid would have come out and it would have just made a mess. So I did buy an Evil Energy 10 AN kit. It has a bunch of these. I'll show you guys right now the kit in a minute. So I have my upper, or I guess I should say my pump to reservoir hose. You can see I didn't use any worm gear clamps. I actually use these type. I know that they're one-time use, but when am I gonna see myself ever taking this off? Never. So that's that. I actually ended up buying a new tool from Amazon. This kit right here with all these bits, and then this kit right here with all these bits and the actual wrench itself. So really awesome tool. Oh, it actually came with the hose cutter as well. So I'll put that in the description down below. So now this is gonna go right here, and this is gonna come out right here. So then we're gonna end up using this right here, and then we need a very short hose right here, and then we have one side of the hose done for the pump to the reservoir. So I'm gonna show you guys how I use this Amazon crimper. So here I have this hose right here. So this is gonna be the one that goes to the steering rack, and you can see I have a 3/8 to 5/8 adapter, because the original reservoir for the Celica. The original reservoir for the Celica had 3/8 3/8 on the bottom and the 5/8 on the side. So the new reservoir has both 5/8, so I have to up the size from 3/8 to 5/8, but not an issue. But basically, I'm going to show you guys how I use the crimping tool. So all I'm going to do is pretty much get the tool, you gotta open it up all the way, and then I'm gonna squeeze it. Don't pay attention to the hose, it is a little bit beat up, but it's not leaking. So this is how I'm doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze. It. You're gonna hear a click. There you go, click. I think that's gonna be enough. I don't think I gotta over exaggerate it. So there you have it. It's solid, it's on there. So we're gonna be doing the same thing on the other side when we put the evil energy hose attached to it, but this should do the job for now. I have my reservoir done with this line, and then this line that's gonna go to the return through the wheel well. So we're gonna send this through that hole, but we're also gonna put that rubber grommet so that it doesn't rub up against it and eventually break it open. But overall, pretty satisfied with the outcome. So another thing I did was I added a hole right there with the thread nuts. Something I've shown you guys in the video, in previous videos multiple times. Basically, you drill a hole and you insert one of these, and basically it makes threads where you made that hole. So I was able to tie down the power steering line, the 3/8 one. This is the smaller one, the thinner one. And I decided to run it in here just so that I could avoid having to run a thick wire or a thick hose through here. And honestly, I think this is gonna be a better solution because look at this, it actually works out. Like, this is where it comes on. I have a U, and then I have a obtuse bend right here. I think that's what they called it in high school. And then we just go to a line right here. Boom, there you go. So I don't think it's going to rub, because as long as I'm staying right here within this, which I am, this is underneath right here, I should be fine and I won't be rubbing with the tire. But I will monitor it. If this doesn't work out, then I'll go to my old method as running it up here, which is probably going to be a better solution, but I don't have the time or the hose, the length of the hose right now to do this. So I'm gonna see how this works out. If this works out good and it doesn't rub, then I'll just leave it alone. And so what I did right here is I used a barb fitting a 3/8 to 5/8, and then I have these clamps right here. I don't have bigger ones. I need to actually go buy bigger ones because these are too small, and the bolt is not going all the way in, so it's not secured. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more. It's something I bought from Harbor Freight. You guys have also seen me use these rubber insulated clamps, but I don't have any of the bigger ones, so I'm kind of stuck using the 5/8 ones. But I got two, and if you guys are wondering, I have plenty of space back here. Look at this. I have a whole hand width, and that's a lot. Look at that. I got pretty big hands, guys. And so I'm able to rub up against the back of it. So I don't think it's gonna have any rubbing issues. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and monitor all this. If this doesn't work out, I'll do another method. I'm sure I could do something else better, but for now, this is what I'm gonna live with, and hopefully it works out. But all we gotta do now is get a single hose right here, and it's done. We're gonna fill it up and see what happens. So we're starting to lose sunlight, so I gotta hurry up on this, but basically I'm done. You can see right here, I use the crimping tool again, but I have my barb fitting right here. It's not the prettiest, but I think it'll do. And then here we have the setup. Again, it's still under this thing right here. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna buy another one of those, more of these right here, and kind of have it right here, so that it's kind of a little bit away from it. and it's kind of hitting right here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like a piece of hose right here, kind of just wrap it around it so that it vibrates right there. But I gotta figure out something to do right here. I don't know, I might have to hit it with a hammer just so I could get a little bit more clearance, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's just gonna be tapping a bit, but again, this is just gonna be for Spocom actually, and then we're gonna come back and fix it. But basically, that's what it is. I should have enough wheel space, but again, I'm gonna monitor it. I'm gonna put a clamp right here real quick, just so I could be on the safe side. I'll figure something out, but then again, we're done. So you can see right here, we got this situated. So we got the hose and the reservoir right there. The reservoir is not sitting correctly. I kind of had to fix the tab or the mounting bracket where it sits, but I think it should be fine. Again, it's just gonna be just for tomorrow, and then we're gonna come back at it and obviously go over it again. But this is just a rough draft of what we're gonna do or what's gonna happen. So let me go ahead and fill it up with fluid and see if there's any leaks. It might work. It might work, guys. Let me go ahead and start the car real quick, and we're gonna bleed the system. So I found a way on how to properly bleed it. I found this container that fits perfectly on the hole, and now I'm able to properly bleed the system. Check that out. So before, it would just splatter all over the place. And I found this, and now my steering wheel doesn't make any, or my steering doesn't make any noise. So awesome way to bleed it. Donald Duck apple juice. Thanks, Kate, for leaving that here.